I'm glad that wasn't too loud of a round of applause because big TV show this, like there's going to be about 500,000 people watching it. What did I do last night? What did I do? I went out and got hammered. Absolutely hammered. I spent the whole night on a massive bender, you know. And I feel kind of bad because I didn't even ask him his name this morning, you know. And it's been a big year for me, big year. I turned 40 this year. Yes. Now, the way I treat my body like an open sewer, that's quite an achievement, you know. And like, you confront your mortality, but it's a big achievement getting to 40, isn't it? You know what I mean? You think of all the great people who never made it to 40, like Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Jesus Christ, Ronan Keating, hopefully. The other big thing that happened to me, it happened to me 2 days after my 40th birthday. 2 days after my 40th birthday, myself and my wife of 10 years, we split up. And not to put too fine a point on it, she left me for nobody. But the important thing is how you get over these things. You know, people said to me, Gerry, go to a counsellor, get your head checked out. I'd never been to a counsellor before. So I said, I'll give it a go. So I went along. As soon as I got in there, I just could not take it seriously, you know? Because I just thought, you're a charlatan. You're there making money out of the misery in people's lives. You know, I've been to college. I'm smarter than you. Screw you. And I started playing head tennis with the counsellor, you know? I just couldn't take it seriously. And the counsellor's there, you know, with a big fuzzy head, big milk bottle glasses, big sideburns, tweed jacket, you know, stroking the beard. And eventually she said to me, you know, you're not taking this seriously, get out. So I went the other way. I went completely the other way. I hit the drink and the drugs really, really hard, really hard. Now, when I say drugs, I mean soft drugs. I have no time for hard drugs like cocaine. I mean, I like the smell of it, but, you know.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, the vibe is electric. Hello, how are you? Thrilled to be here. Hello, how's it going? Delighted to be here on the telly. My name is Carmel. It's not my real name now. My real name is Bernie. Carmel's my stage name. Just thought Carmel had more pizzazz. Jesus, your man can't take his eyes off me legs. Just want to point out, that's not cellulite. I sat on a hairbrush. The camera's boring into my leg. Now, I'd normally start off with a song, but wait till I tell you, somebody is after, breaking into my house and stealing my guitar and burning it out. Can you believe it? I'm only sick. Oh, Jesus, they're unbelievable around our way. There's a burned out washing machine at the end of our road for the last 3.5 months. They'd take anything for a spin, they really would. I don't mind, it's good crack. I'm 6 months pregnant, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Did you have a big korma or something on the way? Cravings are unbelievable, aren't they? I just keep drinking vodka and Britvic. Unbelievable. And not the only time the glass leaves me lips is when I'm taking a drag of my cigarette. I'm not joking. Oh, it's unbelievable. And this thing's going mad, getting the living daylights out of me. Takes after his father. You know, either that or it's a guard. But
we live in a changing Ireland, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we live. And you can tell it by the countryside. If you drive around Dublin, I hate when you see a little cottage on the outskirts of Dublin surrounded by new houses. Because you know that when that cottage was built, it was a little rural cottage going, hello, I'm a rural cottage. And then one day, the cottage woke up and it was surrounded by brash, new, urban, cynical houses going, here, cottage, why don't you fuck off? But I'm a rural cottage. Yeah, but you're not part of our gang, are you? The semi-deals. But this used to be a lovely part of the country. Yeah, but it's not anymore, is it? It's Lucan. You can tell. You can tell our countryside has changed. You look at our flagship corporation, Ryanair. Ryanair are greedy. Ryanair were being sued last year by a man who had to pay £18 to use a wheelchair to get from the check-in to the gate. £18. The flight was £9. It would have been cheaper if he checked himself in as excess baggage. Anything to check in? Yes, me. Have you packed yourself? Yes, I have. I know there are no frills airline, but a wheelchair is hardly a frill. He didn't drag himself up to the check-in desk, see the wheelchair, and go, fuck it, I'll treat myself. I want some champagne, some strawberries, and something I can do a wheelie in. Come on! Did you know, by the way, if you open a bottle of champagne correctly, it shouldn't pop? You did know that? No, it should make the sound, if you open it properly, of a contented woman sighing. What a load of shit. Do you think the people who invented champagne, monks, rather than opening a bottle to produce the sound of a contented woman sigh? Yeah, right. Besides, how could anybody know what a contented woman sounds like? There's never been one. I might believe that fact if opening a bottle to produce the sound of a slightly annoyed woman. The bottle doesn't go pop, just goes, Jesus. All food stuff should have sounds. You open a bag of chips and a voice goes, ah, you fat bastard. Or a packet of words as originals. He is not your granddad. He is not your granddad. Move away from the man in the Mac. Oh, don't get into his car. What are you doing?
Anyway, you're all very welcome. It's great to be here. Thanks for being here. I'm always curious as to who's in the room. Have you got anybody from Northern Ireland? Oh, great. All right. Hello. You're all very welcome. Whereabouts in the north are you from, Mrs.? I'm not sure if you can understand what I say, being from the north side of Dublin City. Yes, this is what we look like. Usually it's this. But the thing is, from the north, I don't know, I used to live there for a while and it's great fun. I could never really understand what they say up north. Like, it's kind of like a little song. And you don't know whether you're going to get a kiss or be killed after. You just hear, like, hello, how's it going? Sorry. Ballymena High. Which is a bit strange coming from me from quite close to Coolock, where I moved a few years ago by accident, obviously. If some of you haven't heard of Coolock, you might have heard the expression, red sky at night, Coolock on fire. But the thing is, okay, people from the north side of Dublin, usually our heads are too big for our bodies, okay? Which puts a strain on our larynx. And you won't be able to understand most of the things we say until the last two words of the sentence, which usually goes, Champion Sports!
Do you think kids these days are much more clued in and much smarter than we were when we were kids? I think they are so too. I was going through my daughter's homework there the last day, right? And she's in fifth class in the national school, right? And they're doing stuff about the Chinese Cultural Revolution and how the communist foreign system was a disincentive to birth control. I kid you not. In fifth class, and this is what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? And when we were at that age, there was only three things you needed to know. The Muckanee look, Carlow, Mallow, Thurles and Tuam were the four sugar beet factories. And that the Brits were bastards. That's all you really need to know, you know what I mean? I got arrested. I don't know if anyone's here ever been arrested. It's a kind of, you know, it's a reality check when you do get arrested. Tell you the crack, myself and a good friend of mine in Galway where I live, a good friend of mine who obviously for legal reasons is going to have to remain Pierce Doherty. We call him Hamas because he's a suicide drinker, you know. And myself and himself, we were going to a party and we got hammered drunk and we bought a bottle of whiskey and we were in a taxi rank waiting for a cab to come and people were jumping in front of us. It was like 2 a.m. People kept jumping in front of us and we missed our turn and all that kind of thing. And eventually, we should have known, this car just pulled up outside the taxi rank. All right, and sellotape to the top of the car was a cornflakes box, right? Half a cornflakes box and written in black marker, T-A-X-E-E. Taxi! Taxi! And it was being driven by an asylum seeker, a refugee guy. Now, I think, you know, I knew, well, he wasn't a taxi, but I thought, you know, we should give this guy a chance. So we got in anyway, and your man was there, and he was like, "Oh, so you guys like to go party?" Because he's from Tullamore. No, he turned out he's from Uganda, you know, and he said, "You like to go party?" We're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he spotted a bottle of whiskey, grabbed it. As he was driving, he started look, 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 and we were there like, "Oh, this is kind of bad." Next thing we spotted, like, "Woo, woo, woo!" Flashing blue light behind us. It was the cops. Your man stops the car, pulls over, gets out, legs it. We just saw him disappearing off into the distance. Anyway. You know, speaking of the refugees thing, I really think we should let them all into this country, let them all in, welcome them with open arms. Céad míle fáilte. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If for one reason alone, it would make, just think of the fantastic GAA teams we'd have in a generation's time. You know, and if Micheál Hertig is still commentating, he's going to have a field day, you know? Like he gets the ball over now to Stefan Ivanovic. His father sold a big issue on O'Connell Street. His mother was a deadly accordion player. You know? Do you think the Tinkers and the Travellers are delighted there's so many asylum seekers in the country now? Because it kind of gets them off the hook, doesn't it? No, I have great time for Travellers because I was born in Tuam, in the west of Ireland. And I don't know if you know this or not, but Tuam set a precedent in this country by becoming the first town in Ireland to elect a traveller as its Lord Mayor. Respect. 10 minutes into office, he had the chain melted down, but you know, I mean...